Hi, I'm Yolanda and welcome to Speak On. Today I'm joined by Lucy Jackson. She's a mental health advocate, writer and model. Nicole, who's a blogger. Chrissie, who's an actress and singer. And Refika, who's a skincare writer and model. Right, thank you so much for joining me today. Yay. Right, so we're going to be talking about having no filter. So I'll explain a bit more. In my travels across the internet, I've been around, since it started. That's how old I am. Right, I quite often come across posts that are weird, / batshit crazy, totally inappropriate, and just really, really stupid and wildly offensive. So if I responded to every single one, I would have no time, I wouldn't be here today. But I do like to respond to some because I can't help myself. So as influencers, you all have large followings. Are you ever compelled to kind of call people out on their shit online? And if you do, how do you do it? So I'm gonna start with Lucy.
Yeah, I'm quite bad at it, to be honest. I actually do it more on Facebook though, because I don't have that following on there, and it's just, a lot of it is people I actually know. Yeah. So I feel compelled to tell them, you need to do better, and you can't be talking about stuff like this. On Instagram, not so much, unless it's really got me het up about a situation. Yeah. But I think it's important to actually speak about stuff that you know about. You can't just spout hate and just say, no, you're an idiot. You have to actually then try and educate them and tell them why. Don't just start swearing or whatever. You still have to kind of form a legible argument. Yeah. Otherwise, there's no point.
Exactly.
You're just as bad as them.
Yeah. So if you're saying if you're insulting them, but you're telling them why, and that's what makes it okay.
You're stupid, and this is why. Yeah. That's fine.
But yeah, you're on my Facebook, so I know you. So this is super okay that I say this.
Exactly. Yeah. It's fine then.
Okay. Fair enough. Okay. And Refika, do you do the same?
I try not to. So I try to take myself out of it completely. There are times when I feel like I need to respond just to defend myself, which again is the wrong thing because it's driven by emotion. Yeah. So I tend to get a little bit too into it and then get told, you know what, just leave it. But usually people see social media as a way to, there's little keyboard warriors, that's what they are. Sit there and they type hate about whatever they see, which is fine, each to their own. I just try not to get involved with it.
Cool. And when you have responded, what kind of response have you
got? Nothing that relates to my response. It is always nothing that is relevant to what is being said. You can answer them with all the points that are relevant and they'll still come back with something completely outlandish.
Okay, fair enough. And then, Chrissie, do you think this is a good way to resolve issues?
I just completely block and delete them. Yeah. I think all they are craving is attention. Yeah. They just want you to reply, they want you to bite back. Yeah. So I just literally, bye-bye.
Oh my God, I wish I was like this.
I can't, because otherwise if I go in, I'll go in. So
and then it would just be like a chain that goes on
forever.
Yeah,
I'm just like, I've got to go, bye.
Okay, cool.
No wasted energy.
Nothing.
You're so zen, I love it. And do you do this, or are you a Chrissie or are you a Lucy?
I just live by the law that I'm not going to be for everyone.
Okay.
And so I just ignore them.
Yeah.
I will leave them there and I don't respond ever. So I just can't. Okay. I can't deal with it.
All right, so I'm going to ask Lucy because I feel like I relate to her most in this. So when you do reply, is there a little bit of you that enjoys it?
Oh, I love it.
Same. Yeah.
Honestly, the amount of times I'll be out at dinner, my mum's or whoever I'm with, they're like, why are you grinning at your phone? I'm like, oh, I'm just fighting with a man on Facebook. I love it. I get so much out of it. But it's never about if someone says something stupid on Instagram, something nasty about the way I look, that I'm very Chrissie about that. Block and delete, don't care, sod off. But Facebook, it's always political stuff, and that's when I get angry, and that's when I feel like it's your job to speak up about important issues, and that's when I do actually speak up. But things about looks and stuff like that, then I do just say no, over your head. Sorry, over your head, and just ignore it.
So I wish I was that calm, and you've said about political issues, I'm not even joking. I got into an argument the other day on Facebook with my cousin about the colour of ice cream, so I will literally fight about anything.
Ice cream? Okay, no, I'm not that bad.
She made a really stupid statement, and I got annoyed because I was like, no, science. science means that what you've written makes like minus fucking sense.
You're wrong.
Yeah, you are so wrong. But I don't do it all the time, but I'll be honest, maybe a little bit more than I should do. But you know, I've got time, it's fine. Okay, right, so we're gonna like continue this discussion about having no filter. But I'm gonna take it in a slightly different direction. I'm gonna read the comments. As I've said, I'm not a keyboard warrior on Facebook, I just wanna clear that up. But I do know a few people that write things that annoy me. I know them and I love them, but they write things that annoy me. So I'm gonna read something. I'm not gonna say who out of my friends that said it, and they're gonna be super impressed when they see this. But I read out their status. So I'm saving you, I'm not saying who you are. I just wanna find out what your response will be, and if there are any elements of this you agree with. So, are you ready? Okay. This is kind of written in a bit of slang, so I'm bringing this back to kind of like proper English, because yeah, I'm just going to sound like a twat if I read it out that way. Right, this filter thing on girls is out of hand. I'm going to go out on a limb and say 5% of you even bear a slight resemblance to the real you. It's catfishing, for fuck's sake. 3 smiley face emojis. So, who looks most outraged? I think Lucy looks the most outraged, so I'm going to go to you first. Like, what would you...
It was a man, wasn't it? It was a man that wrote that.
Come on now, yeah, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's just a ridiculous statement though, isn't it? It's like, women have worn makeup since the dawn of time. Like, yes, now we have filters and stuff, but guys use filters. Guys have fake hands, guys groom, they have beards, they go to the gym, they do all this stuff. It's exactly the same. It's just that women have the pressures to conform to these societal norms, and then you get the backlash of it when you actually conform to it. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, it is
So
insane.
it would be 2 ways, because if you didn't, you're like, oh, but you don't take care of your stuff.
exactly.
You can't be bothered to groom your eyebrows, wax your mustache, or whatever. This is a guy, I can guarantee you, who has trouble growing a beard, a full-on beard. I feel like he's that guy.
No, this will be the type of guy that's like, oh really?
He's struggling a bit
He
himself.
wishes, because obviously beards are makeup for men. Let's not pretend that since beards are coming to fashion, I feel like most men have got
That's
like,
catfishing.
I want to say
Shave
like
it
a
off
good
and then-
25% hotter. Yeah, so.
It's true, he's having trouble.
Yeah, in a lot of areas.
So he's upset.
He is going to love it when he watches this. He's going to be so happy.
Don't be.
So I was going to say, are there any elements of what he said that you agree with? But obviously that is a straight up no.
I
Okay,
mean,
fair enough.
you can't be that stupid to think that, you know, our lids are blue and our lips are gold. If you're fooled by that, then that's on you, that's not on us.
He'll be one of those guys that says, oh, I like natural girls. And then they'll
Date
put up
someone.
a picture of someone that's got like a full face of makeup, but they're just so stupid they don't understand what natural makeup actually is, and the amount of time it takes to do natural makeup as well.
Way longer than any
The
other
primer,
makeup.
moisturiser, everything.
Exactly. Yeah.
Who says that we want to look good for men, though? Like, I do this so I look good for you girls. Like, I come here to
Absolutely.
impress
Yeah.
girls, not guys.
Me too, I don't care what they think.
A guy would
Exactly.
never comment and be like, your makeup looks really nice today.
Do
A
you
girl
even
will.
know what makeup is?
No, they don't understand it.
Exactly,
They
yeah.
don't get it.
And I'm enjoying all of these answers. So I was going to say the next thing, is there any, do you feel like with statuses like this or views like this, is there any pressure, or do you ever feel any pressure to not wear makeup or kind of put natural makeup on? I'm going to direct that at Nicole.
Anytime I'm seen out in public and I don't have makeup on, it's because I'm being lazy. It's not actually out of, oh, like I'm going to pass someone today and they're going to think, yeah, you're really attractive. Otherwise, I will have my foundation on, my concealer and all the trimmings. So I don't feel a pressure not to wear makeup, personally.
Okay, cool. And do you ever get any comments about your looks and stuff online, and do you ever respond? Well, I suppose you're Zen, aren't you? You're just kind of like, oh.
No, if it's negative, no way. I don't even fund it. But if it's nice, then I'll always be very thankful. And if I'll go and check out their pictures or like back and things like that. But I don't get involved with any bad stuff. I'm like, what's the point? All they want is to just get a rise out of us. And then basically, if you're cussing on your social media, other people are going to see it. What's the point?
Yeah, that's fair enough.
So just try and leave it.
Okay, cool. And then, so Refika, I mean, I've seen your social media and people always have so much to say, on everybody's, to be fair. But do any of these kind of negative comments, if there are any about your looks, I mean, look at your
About
face, I
my-
can't imagine there are any, but do they have any kind of negative impacts on you?
The looks-wise, no. The only comments that would get to me is something that's said racially.
Yeah.
Those sort of things really grind my gears, just because I think we live in this day and age, and how far back is your mind? But anything about my looks is fine. I'm not going to be everybody's cup of tea. I'm not going to, you might think I'm beautiful, you might think I'm not. That's perfectly fine. I'm secure within how I look.
Yeah. To be fair, I think it's a general consensus that you're all really good looking, and it's really annoying. So, yeah. All right, so I'm going to go back to blah blah statement. Right, okay, so obviously I challenged him because I could not fucking help myself. So yeah, you actually said a lot of the things that I've said. So this is his response. So I kind of ended with saying, I feel like women are damned if they do, damned if they don't, which obviously we've said. If you wear no makeup, then everybody's got a fuckload to say about it. Yeah. So his response was, not damned if they do, damned if they don't. I'm a huge one for advocating women. Please hold your response. Yeah, I'm a huge one for advocating women should feel comfortable with how they look, and it's a message I reinforce to my own daughter. Yeah, of course, let them live, and there is a huge element of tongue-in-cheek from me. It's out of hand though. I mean, I meet loads of girls in my line of work, he's a DJ, and I do double takes and think, you look nothing like your pictures, literally nothing. So, yeah, any responses to that statement?
Block, delete.
Yeah.
Need a bit of Chrissie.
Well, it's so hard as well. I mean, like on Instagram and Snapchat and stuff like that, they have these filters for us to use. So if we don't use them, what's the point? They should get rid of them. Do you know what I mean?
It's just a bit of fun, really.
It's just a bit of fun. We're posting pictures. If that takes offence to you, then you need to get a life.
Yeah, exactly.
Really? Yeah. People should be able to do what they want.
Exactly.
Firstly, if you found me attractive in person, why are you then going to my social media to then make a double take and be like, do I, don't
She's
I?
not that nice.
Yeah, it's a bit of a strange one, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So do you feel with this kind of people thinking that, or say people, let's say men, sorry guys in the room, but if men thinking it's catfishing, do you feel any pressure whatsoever to present yourself in a different way?
No. At all. No. Like I said, if you're stupid enough to think I've got blue eyelids, that's on you, mate.
Or a nose, a doggy nose and ears.
Exactly, yeah. I mean, I don't know about you, but I left my glowing halo at home today and all the sparkles that I usually carry around with me, yeah. Okay. I mean, it was a pain in the ass to get it here. So, yeah. Okay, cool. So, well, to be fair, I feel like we've all reached a general consensus that it was a stupid status. Obviously not advocating women by constantly commenting on their faces because I don't care what you think.
And you've got a little girl. I mean, he made the point that he's got a little girl. If anything, you'd want to uplift her, not say this is what you can't be, this is what you can't do. If anything, she's going to be compelled to do it.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, cool. And as a final thought, I'm going to ask Nicole this. What is your message for young women that may be on the receiving end of comments like this?
What they should do or what they should say? Both. I'm an advocate of saying nothing because these people, you don't owe anyone an answer for anything you do, and just do you. Honestly, if it makes you happy, then why not? If it's for a bit of fun, like as long as it's not seeped in insecurity, do whatever you want to do.
Okay, that's fair enough. Good answer, good answer. Okay, cool. Right, so I thank you everybody, first of all, for taking part. I think we can all agree it's kind of my face, my rules, I think is the kind of general consensus here. It's no one's business. If you use a filter, if you wear makeup, no one's catfishing you. No one has cat ears and no one has an animated tongue, dog tongue that comes out of their face when they start speaking. And I think really, frankly, not every decision a woman makes is about you. And I think that's the main takeaway here. So yeah, that's it. Thank you for joining us. Make sure you like, subscribe, etc. and join us next time. Happy days.